Here's a problem with my 7-year-old Samsung dryer. If you can see this thumping sound, I already took the dryer apart once and discovered that it's a crack in the drum. So figured it's a little bit cheaper actually to put another drum, and maybe it lasts another 7 years. It cost me $200 plus shipping instead of buying another dryer for $600. So it could be a different problem possibly, but in my case it's a cracked drum, and it's not really that hard to change it. So I'll show you how I did it, and hopefully that will take care of my problem. To take care of this problem, all you'll really need is a Phillips screwdriver, and only in one case possibly a flat screwdriver to pop the front panel. If you don't have a screw gun, I mean, it's a little bit faster, but if you don't, Phillips screwdriver would do. I don't even need to unhook my what is a duct, the air hose, but whatever the proper name for that thing. But obviously you definitely need to unplug from the outlet. You don't want to get shocked or shorted out something. So unplug that thing, the cord, before you do any work. To start, the first thing you do, you remove these 2 screws in the back to remove the top cover. When you remove those back screws, all you need to do just slide it back like that, because it locks over here. It goes in the groove, so you need to slide it back and then lift it up. It locks over here. There's grooves, so then you just gently pop this front panel over here. Pop, and there is before you remove it, disconnect these 2 plugs over here. It's easier to do with 2 hands, but disconnect that. The next thing we're gonna do, just remove this front panel with the door, and what it's holding is these 2 Phillips screws on the left side, 2 on the right side, and these 2 bottom screws right here, 2 on the bottom. You don't have to do anything, touch any other screws to remove this door panel. And the only spot you're gonna need this flat screwdriver, or maybe if you have tough fingers, push these little tabs to actually pop it back. So that's what we're going to do next. I will start with the bottom screws. And when you will be putting them back together, those screws are different. They have stainless steel washers, so I mean, you're not gonna mix them up with the other ones, which they're all of them pretty much the same. And the good thing about those tabs, the door is not gonna fall out when you take the screws out, so you don't have to be too worried about that. You can close the door now after you remove the bottom screws. Now when everything is removed, actually you don't even need that screw. And there's another plug over here. when you pop this door, there's one plug over here. You just slide it out, and the doors on the bottom just loosen those, just lift it up slightly, and you have cleared the front. Next part, you remove this front over here. There's electrical control on the left side. On the left side, you don't have to mess with that. The only thing you need to just remove this one screw that connects this cover for electrical part to the whole front assembly. Two screws. Actually, I don't think I even need to remove this part to remove this. So let's see how it's gonna go, but I think this is just extra step. Okay, so one screw on the top left, one screw on the bottom left, same thing over here. Okay, so over here on the inside, the harness, it's nothing sophisticated at all, but the harness is secured with this twisty clamps. I don't know what they call them. So just gently untwist to release that. Okay, it would be easier with a third hand, but anyway. So undo this, slide this harness through, and you have this piece. And you have this piece released. As you can see, this two screws that I by mistake originally removed, you don't have to. This plastic part stays on. Now there's a light over here. I think it's a light. Yeah, it's a light. You unplug this harness over here too, untwist this clamp, and just take it out of your way so you could work. And the last thing is you remove this filter because it's going to be on the way. There is a sensor over here on the bottom. You have to undo. Obviously I forgot to plug in last time. This, don't forget to unplug and plug it back in. So that's the harness. Okay, filter removed, this disconnected. There's 4 screws here. 2 on the left. 2 on the right. You gotta lift it up. There's a locking tab over here. It's not just gonna fall out, so you gotta lift it up. Okay. Forgot one more thing, or 3 more things. There is a cover for the filter. I gotta remove those as well. Two on the left side and 2 on the right side. So that's the front panel or bracket, whatever it is, with 2 wheels, rollers. That's the filter. The only thing is holding it just sitting, this drum now sitting in the back on the rollers. That's the belt, that's the groove for the belt, so make sure it goes in the same part. All you need to do to release that, should take a flashlight or something. See how the roller pulley actually spring, what's holding it, make sure it's tight. So all you gotta do, just take that belt off of that pulley, and it's gonna be free to release. So that's what we're gonna do next. Slide your hand through here. Take the belt off of the pulley and just take it right here gently and slide it through the front. So just like that, and it's out. So belt is still fine. We're gonna be reusing it. And here's the problem that I gotta that's the new drum, and that's my old one, and that's the problem I have over here, right on the seam. It took apart, went apart, and if any of you have access to the stainless steel welding, you probably could take care of this problem even cheaper than this. Just put a few stitches over here, but I don't have that, so I guess it's a plan B. Since I have it apart, and before I had to replace this heat sensor, I guess, or whatever it is. I mean, the cost is like $2, but a lot of people throwing their dryers away because they just don't know the problem. Shame on me, I didn't remember the guy who actually showed it on YouTube. I saw the video and I replaced mine, and I mean, $2 repair instead of buying, you know, another dryer for $600 or whatever dollars. So that was the problem. About 3 years ago I had to replace this heat sensor. So just to see, but that's how this pulley works over here. You're gonna have to loop it up, and it goes through the top, over and around. So, and that's what it is. I mean, now we have it apart, and I'm just gonna put the new drum back in there. So far, you know, not that hard. I think almost anybody can do it. Just don't lose screws. So right here, that's the new drum. Looks identical. When you will be buying it, I don't remember right now the part number. I will add it to video description, but there is a very similar drum and like $50 cheaper, and the only difference is like letter H at the end instead of A. Mine is model A, so I was tempted to buy that one, but you never know. I mean, you buy that and it doesn't fit, and then you pay another shipping back and it costs you even more. So I decided to go to straight to the correct part, and I will attach the description where I bought it. Found the cheapest place, one of those web site stores. So now we're going to be putting them back together. slide the belt over, back in the groove. Slide it gently to the front. Rest it on the rear rollers. Throw it in there. I guess maybe the hardest part is actually to put this belt up. I mean, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's the most, I'd say, trickiest part. Because you gotta do it all blindly. And we got it on, so it wasn't that bad. And now we're just gonna retrace our steps. So putting these with rollers, lift it up a little bit. The left side and oops, now we're going to do the right side. Make sure the drum is lined up over here. That's it. Relax. Okay, it rolls. Plug this thing that I forgot the last time. Click. We have a helper here. I don't know if you see that guy in the camera. Three screws. One on the right. Two on the left. Put the harness back through here. Through twisty. Plug this light back in here. And the cool thing is the two connectors are different size, so the good thing is that connectors are two different size, so the tab are different size, so you're not going to be able to screw it up. So just put it back up, secure the harness through those twisties. So put this front panel back in there. This plug stays in there. Slide two plugs through the hole. This needs to stay here. That's for the door. Secure this harness back and those twisties on this panel too. Last time it was popping on me, so I'm gonna secure this over here, that way. Secure this side, and then snap the right side as well. In there. This, remember, gotta go through the hole. Secure the right side. This one screw that we removed from the electrical compartment cover. Secure the harness inside the twisties on this panel. Okay, so now it's all secured. That's the screw on the left, 1, 2. That's the screw that we removed from the top compartment. Same thing on the left side. 1 here, 1 here. Fish the harness and connectors through the hole over here, and 1 that goes for the door sensor or whatever drops on the bottom here. So ready for next step. Next step, we put in the door, and door, it locks over here, tabs. There's 3 of them on the bottom, so you line up in there, connect this light, door sensor, door, whatever, connect, pop on this little tabs over here, and remember the 2 screws with the flat washers are going on the bottom. So we have 4 screws here, 2 on the left, on the right. And if you are using the screw gun like this or any other ones, and you didn't know this, make sure you set it like on 3. That way you never will strip the screw. It will stop. The torque set normally when you set on 3, just the right amount. So that's we got 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 screws with the flat washers goes on the bottom. Reinstall the filter. the control panel, see these tabs over here? You slide them in there, connect the plugs. There's only one way to connect them. You cannot mix them up because they're different size and they go only one way. You cannot put them backwards or something. So like that. Don't pinch them, slide back through the hole when you connect them. Pop, pop. Done. So now the only thing left is to put back cover back, or the top cover back, I mean. You slide it, leave a little gap over here like in an inch or so. That way it locks in there. There you go. Make sure it's sitting flat, like see on the left side or on the right side. Now for some reason it didn't. Tight, and the last two screws from the back. Make sure it's not lined up a little bit over here. So before you run the screw, make sure you push it, line up. That way you'll keep the square for drum and everything. So, and that's that. So the last thing to do. Left to do is to test it. I'm gonna plug it back. I guess we're gonna try it now. And that's how it's done. I mean, without the video and everything, it doesn't take much time. And you don't have to be that advanced to, if you have a gas dryer, probably it's a little bit different. Never had a gas one, so I don't know. But that's the electric. That's my model number that I have. So that's that. I'm just gonna slightly back, and it's positioned where it was, and we're done. So.